Today we are doing a build video, and this is an apartment, I think it's in San Myshuno and the Salt Pepper apartments, maybe? And I just did like the smallest apartment. So I did like a little entryway and a cute kitchen. And then we go to the bathroom, and then there's a living room. So it's a 1 bath, 1 bed apartment. But there's actually a Murphy bed in the living room, so technically 2 people could live here. It's very colorful in like these rooms and stuff, but in the bedroom it's a little bit like darker because the Sims I made it for were what was they for? It was a Kaz video I made last week. I'll put it up at the top. But essentially it was a like rocker style chick and then a like plant couch surfer guy. He loves plants. I'm not very good at explaining this, am I? But I just made an apartment for them. So the idea was that the rocker chick, had this apartment first, and she didn't really have any furnishing. She lived here for a while, and she just kind of like went with the flow. She was living on like one of the beds that had like no, what would you call it? The box spring, the backer, anything like that. And so she didn't really have anything in this house, and she was just kind of living in here with just the basic amenities, and then her like singing and music equipment. That's all she had. And then her friend came to stay with her and slowly like took over the apartment. That's what we're going with. And it's not because I totally forgot about the other girl and was just designing stuff, but I made that the story to make up for that. So it ended up being very colorful, and then I went with like more neutrals and a little bit darker in the bedroom because she is the owner of the apartment. And so his space is like the living room, and so I gave him the Murphy bed, and he likes painting as well and photography. So that's his side gig. I mean, that's his main gig, and then the plant thing is the side gig. Okay. I don't know what I didn't give him like the best appliances, but I still didn't give him like the worst, I guess. Because I went with more of like the swatches than the quality of the appliances. These ones were more like colorful and nice, so I went with that. I also, I don't know, I didn't want to change up the windows because you can change them because it's on an apartment building, but I kept within the style of the build. So they're just the same windows as like the exterior of the house. And I didn't realize, I must not play in apartments that much. I didn't realize you can't save the apartment unless it's like a room. You know what I mean? I didn't realize you could do that unless I'm stupid. But all it let me save was like a single room. But I just knocked down the walls to make, like, I knocked down like a wall from each room to make it a whole room and save that to the gallery if anybody wants to play with this house. But yeah, it's fine. I just didn't know that. I must not play with the apartments that often. But I had fun with this. I haven't played with apartments in a while, like I said, and it was much smaller and quicker than my other builds because I didn't have to think as hard about the exterior. All I had to do was the interior. So that was fun. Maybe I should do like an apartment series. I don't know. I should, I don't know what I would do for the next one. I don't know. Instead of this, for my next build, I think I was gonna do like another house, but the house is like duplicated and one's like a bad version and then the one's like a really good version. I think that's what I was gonna do, but we'll see. It's either that or a tiny home. We'll see. And I forgot to play test that. I seen this trick on YouTube where you size down the counter and then just like tilt the appliance the way you want it and you can still use it. But I didn't play test that because I forgot about it. I did that. I just seen that. My bad. But I play tested everything else. Everything else worked. Okay. And then you can only resize certain counters, so I had a time trying to find counters that would resize for me. And I forgot to play test it. That's my bad. Okay. But colorful and very nice, I guess. I don't know. I have a certain style, don't I? I go boho and colorful a lot. I should go like sleek modern next, shouldn't I? I should, I guess. I should switch it up for you guys. Sleek and modern. But this doesn't look like any other kitchen I've done so far, does it? I don't think it does. I don't know. You tell me. I don't think it does. Because I've done like the castle. Definitely didn't look like this. And then the last build, I did a sleek modern kitchen. And then the other side was more like country-esque, I guess. But it's fine. I don't know. I just tried to line up as much as I could with like the exterior wall of the like already pre-made wall of the apartment. But I don't know if I like the layout. Because I wish the like door was flipped to the other side for some reason, like where that door is, the main door. I wish it was on the other wall. But I can't move that door, so I thought it would be nice to make a bedroom. And I could technically fit 2 bedrooms in here, but that's not the story. So I made 1 bedroom and then put a closet in there and then a bathroom. And I don't know if I like the layout. I don't know. I tried to make, originally I had like the kitchen very small and then the living room very big, but I realized I could just make them even. Why not? So the kitchen is very big for an apartment, I think. And then the living room's quite spacious, but it feels small with how many items I've crammed in there. Because I fit the Murphy bed and then all of their like skill building activities. And then I put an entrance in there that doesn't really do anything for you. It's just for the decor. But it looks nice, okay? So like I said, I'm thinking he slowly took over the build. And that's why everything else is so colorful and whatnot. And he's like, girl, you need a bed spray. What is it called? A box? The thing that goes underneath the bed and then the frame. I'm barely blanking. What is that called? I don't know. He's like, you need that thing. And then so he got them for her for letting him stay in her apartment. And so they're very happy living together, but they're not a couple. They're just best friends. They become best friends through this. And originally I was supposed to do a budget, but as you know, I am bad with budgets and any sort of restriction in my building. But maybe next time we're gonna do, okay, maybe we're gonna do like a base game build as well. Because I haven't played with just the base game in a while either. I did like 1, but it was with business and hobbies, so it wasn't that bad. So maybe I'll do a complete base game house. I don't know. Should it be like big or small? Maybe like a mid-sized house, so like a semi. You know what? Let's do. I have an idea. Let's do like a. Because I usually build more for like women sims because I have a preference, obviously. So let's do like a single dad home or apartment. We could do, I'm thinking it was like okay, I have an idea. It was like a bachelor pad kind of thing. And if I make him have like a garage, he's converted the garage into like the kid's bedroom. I think that's what I'm going to go for. I've decided. That's the next build. And then I have to make Sims for that. I do already have Sims for my next video that's coming out, but I hate those Sims, so I'm not building a house for them. I'm not going to tell you what it was about, but I hate the Sims that are coming up. But I have to decide now, what are their names? Maybe we'll go with like, I'm just going to choose random names right now. Jackie is the teen daughter. And then what's the dad's name? Jules? I like Jules. Jules as the dad, and then Jackie the teen daughter. And what does he do? Maybe he's a bachelor, so maybe he's like a writer, so he's like a loner, something like that. And maybe the mom died, or they just didn't get along. Should I make the mom separate and have her? Maybe no. Should I? Would it be nice to make like a mom apartment and then a dad house and have the teen have both bedrooms, and like how you would usually do with a custody thing? You would switch over to the 2 homes. I don't know. Is that too much? It might be a little too much. And I actually put pet stuff in this apartment, but I didn't give the Sims an actual pet. I just felt like she gave off cat energy or dog energy. But sir, maybe she has like a raccoon. Maybe that's what she has. She got it from the city. She just picked it up out of the alleyway and she said, "You're coming home with me." Would anybody do that? I don't know. I don't know if I could do that. I would be tempted. I would take them to the vet, but I don't know if I could bring any stray dogs home with me. I like what I've done so far, and I really like the kitchen. I still don't know how I feel about the living room. I hate the Murphy beds and how I can't see like the actual bed inside. And also, I don't realize until like a couple minutes into this that table is way too big for the space. I forgot it was a Murphy bed and I needed it to come out. So I do change that. And I end up putting like a whole bunch of chairs around it, and it still works, everything. Because I play tested this and it all still is functional, and there's like a little gap between the tables and the chairs and the bed. It's very cluttered and cozy, I think. And then I think her bedroom is much more like calm and chill. She has like a little reading nook, and then a little dressing area, and in her desk space. But yeah, I think this is cute. I like this I like doing this like little sitting areas like this with like these like stools and different like beanbag chairs and whatnot, because I think it looks cute. I squeezed in like, I put a whole bunch of suitcase. I put the what is it called? It's the suitcase from the Woohoo pack. It's the like what is it? It's the like costume box thing, but in my mind it's not the costume box. It's just a regular suitcase. So I just did it because it was open and had clothes in it. So I'm thinking he still has like his suitcases out and whatnot, but he's basically living there for now, and he's taking over the apartment. So he has a suitcase and then the art stuff in the corner. And so that's basically all of his stuff. And then I'm thinking he brought all in the plants and whatnot, but I didn't put any like actual like planting stuff because the boxes and like the planter boxes are way too big and large, and they take up like twice as many spots as a little plant would on the decor thing. So I just did like the fake plants and whatnot. And then I squeezed in her stuff because I was like, oh yeah, I need to put her stuff in as well, not just his stuff. So she is like an artist aspiring to be like a singer or even a pianist, something like that. And she's trying to make it big in the city. And like I said, she gives off more rocker energy. I don't know if I really matched her vibe in her room, but I tried my best. It's fine. But yeah, I think it ends up looking cute. And it's very cluttered, like I said. And I wanted to put a divider kind of in here to separate it a little. And I do end up using these ones. I don't know how I feel about them. They're kind of odd, aren't they? But they kind of work. Do they work or not? Because I've separated it between the bed and then the, what would you call this? The art zone, the creative zone, I guess. Because we have the music table, the piano, and then the art stuff there. And then a bunch of plants. So it's very cute. And ever since the stupid art kit came out, I keep using like every single piece in that kit in the whole like my art space studio things. So I use everything in that kit. I love the artist kit. I love it so much. But I love the whole apartment as a whole. Okay? But yeah, this was a fun one. I think, like I said, I'm gonna do the single dad one next, I think. Let me know what you want to see down below. I've given you a couple ideas so far, and let me know what you want to see. But then, like I said, I just do a quick little bedroom next. And it's neutral, kind of, and I gave her like a darker bedspread. I don't know if I've matched the vibes. I don't know. It's fine though. And then in the next room, there's just like the dresser. I didn't do like a full built-in closet because I felt like that was too fancy for the apartment. But I put in like a dresser and then a couple like bookshelves and then like a little chair in there so she can sit and read as well. And then that's all I put in here because I didn't want to clutter it too much because I felt like she's not like she's not a clutter person. She's more like simple and like that, I guess. And then I put more plants in here. I'm thinking her roommate said, here, take these. I need you to put these in your room. It's for the feng shui and whatnot. That's the vibe I'm getting. But I still think it looks nice. It does. I gave her like a really modern desk. I don't know. I felt like it fit the vibes a little bit. And the rest of the apartment's kind of like not so modern a little bit. I don't know. It's more, what would you call it? Boho-ish, I guess. I really don't know exact styles. I just do what I feel. And I do fix that window. I do. I think I just center it with, I just put 2 windows on the side instead. Yeah, I move it. Yep, there I go. See, I'm so smart. I moved it instantly. I feel like she would collect rare, like, musical instruments and stuff like that. But I put like 4 or 3 guitars over on the side. And then just the piano, like I said, just a little mini keyboard. And I think, does anybody, I want to see more instrument types and stuff like that, because I feel like we need more. Isn't there like so many? Like, I need more instruments. It's just annoying kind of using the same like 3 over and over again, and it hurts me just a little bit. I need more instruments. Does anybody collect things like I have my sim doing? I collect, what do I collect? I used to collect stuffed animals, and now I collect cups. I don't know why I had to think so hard. I collect cups and stuff like that. And whenever I got into pottery, I made like 50,000 cups. I have so many. They're just on my bookshelf everywhere. I don't need all these. I have an issue. Once I have an obsession with something, I might go a little bit overboard. And that surprisingly still works, the bathroom, with that little gap there I've left. Because I felt like, I'm thinking it's more like a panel that will swing open and close in my mind, and that's why I put it on a slant. I just felt like it looked a little better. And I wanted another piece because I felt like it was too exposed with just like the single piece. I don't know. And sadly, my little, what did I put there? I put like a little stool there with towels, and that was in the way, so I had to delete it. I tried my best. I moved it. I scooted everything over. It still wouldn't fit. So I had to get rid of it. No stool in here. But what is this stuff? I think this is... Okay, I just used those, like, the separators is from the new kit, and then the rest of the stuff is just random stuff from other packs. I didn't want to go too fancy in the bathroom, because it still is an apartment. But I used a couple of, like, the new lights in here. I think I used both of the new lights in the kit because I really like them. They're very, like, round and stuff like that. I really like them. And then we just have a couple of rooms left. I like this bathroom, but I don't know. I thought like it was a little too dingy and dark, but I didn't want to put a full lamp light in there, so I put like the little night light. I don't think it offers you much more light, but it was a nice idea. And now we're on to the entrance. Just a quick decor. No reason for this to be here. There's no activity or anything. So I just put like my usual shelves. I love using the like coat rack things that are already pre-made. And then I put a couple of like the new shelves that we got in with the new game update. I thought that was so cute. I love all of the shelves that come like this with like little, what would you call this? Little decor already on them, like the coats and the bags and stuff like that. I love these. And I use them every time in my entrances. And then I just put like a little seating area. And that's it, I think. I've done some more plants. And then we're done. And then we go to the, what is left? I'm blanking. The closet. I couldn't get it out. The closet space. It's very simple, like I said. Just a simple dresser. I don't know. Who has one dresser? I've only put one dresser. This is never realistic in my builds. I only have one dresser in here. In my actual house, I have so many clothes. I need to go through them. I am bad. I keep clothes from like 20 years ago, I swear. But I've cut them up and whatnot and made like different like types of shirts. Like, you know, you can make like muscle tees and stuff like that. That's what I do with my old shirts that have like stains and stuff like that. If I see a stain and it's like possible to cut it into like a crop tee or whatever, that's what I'll do. And I do a lot of stuff like that. So I have like a whole bunch of shirts that I shouldn't have. But I still wear them, I swear. But in here, there's only one dresser. But I have mine in like 2 bins. I have like my regular tees and then my cut up tees that I've done. And I have a lot. I might have a slight hoarding issue with clothes. Maybe just a little bit. We're almost done. And I think, what's my favorite room? I don't know. I think I like the living room the most. I don't know. It feels very cozy, cluttered, and a little bit chaotic to live in, but I like it. It's fine. And this one, it's pretty simple, but I still like this room as well. Just the with the mint walls and then just a little sitting area as well. And I really like all the customizable like closet spaces. I just wish you could put the clothes on other objects as well. Like they don't have to slot into these spots, but I believe it forces you to slot them into these closet like hanging areas. But I wish you could just hang them up sometimes, because I would like to, like, if you like made your own thing, you can like kind of glitch it into the top of it and it would still look good like it's hanging. But no, you can't do that, because I would like to make my own like custom one instead of using these ones, because there's sometimes I just want to make like a quick little hanging area with like some coats and not like a full-on closet. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. And if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and hit that button down below. But I hope to see you guys next time.